people don't talk about a lot that we used to implement, which is, for lack of a better word, it's like the make people feel special strategy. So when you're trying to find beta users, at first it's like really, really hard, like, oh, please buy my thing, tough. When you're like, hey, do you want to be one of the first users and get to give feedback and help me design the super awesome program? When you say that to people who like don't code at all, or who are like kind of new to the space but maybe have some like traction or whatever, and are like have some knowledge, that's actually like really, really significant. So like this guy that we were just talking to, Wada, like he's great, right? I guarantee you, like he kept saying when I talked to him at first, he was like, dude, like I'm so like honored that you chose me. Like this is so random. Literally, I gave him an app that crashes every 2 minutes, and it's complete dog water what I handed him, and he is constantly saying how thankful he is that I am like involving him in the process, right? This is like a very, very, very powerful concept, because it's like, if you can find early adopters who get really excited about your thing, like you can get good feedback. If you can make people hype as hell and like make them feel like they are special and significant. There's an old version of this that you use in enterprise that's called the Customer Advisory Board, and it's complete BS, but also not. And it's a real thing, but it's not a real thing. And literally what you do is you give people 0.0001% of your company. You give them 1,000 shares out of like 1,000,000 plus shares, out of 10 million shares, and you say, hey, I need you to come onto my customer advisory board. Once a month, you're going to take a call and give us product feedback. And then you at your company are going to try the product and give us feedback and maybe become a customer. And that way you end up getting an in to all of these companies by literally giving one dude like $20 worth of equity. And it doesn't mean anything because you're a startup, you're raising bajillions of dollars. But this is how you can kind of like get an in into companies that you otherwise wouldn't be able to actually talk to. So that's a really, really big deal. A lot of companies do it. Literally the startup I'm consulting for right now does it. That was how I started consulting for them. They brought me on into the customer advisory board, or the CAB. Huge, super important thing. Very, very valuable that a lot of enterprise companies do. But yeah, like Cameron's saying here, right? The mom test is a very, very powerful thing, where it's like, these people are just super, super special, right? Like, I'm going to make you feel like the bomb. Yeah, NFTs are like kind of similar to this too. Like a lot of NFTs are all about like making you feel super special because you bought it, and super special for helping out, right? Hell, even I on my stream every day will tell you guys all how super special you are. And I freaking mean it. But all the same, it's going to make you more likely to come back. Why? Because you feel freaking special and you feel appreciated. And maybe you don't feel that in other streams, right? So I make this streamer, this potential customer, feel really valuable in just that, like, I care what he says, you know? And, like, he's helping me out. And all he's doing from his perspective is clicking a couple buttons, opening the thing. Really, really, really valuable thing. So there's a couple, like, notes to take out of there. I wouldn't necessarily call them lessons. But make people feel special is a strategy. It's a strategy for customer acquisition. It's a strategy for feedback acquisition. It's a strategy for making shit happen. And we are actively seeing that work with me talking with Wada. Yeah. Go follow Wada on Twitch as well. His tag is Wadamelone, spelled WODDAHMELONE. That's it.